Hey guys, I am Sylvia. I'm an online personal trainer. Today, I'm going to talk about how to get into a comfortable position to hold the barbell in a front squat. The reason I like the front squat is it does allow most people to get much deeper into the squat and maintain a much better spine position for the squat compared to with the back squat. So with the back squat, often you'll see people, they just don't squat low enough, or they'll end up, their spine does wonky things instead of staying nice and rigid. Which is what we want, and that's really just because in the front squat the bar is in front of you, which changes the physics of things, and that's why you're able to get deeper. So first thing, if you are having trouble holding the barbell in the front squat, is instead of trying to hold it like this, like you see, Olympic weightlifters, for example, it's probably going to be easier for you to start with holding the barbell like so, with the arms crossed. So that's number one. Number two is failing to create enough of a shelf with your shoulder blades. So if you see here, if I let's say I pulled my shoulders back and I try to get the barbell onto that front rack, you can see the barbell now rest on my shoulders, on the deltoid muscle, whereas instead it should actually be resting where the collarbones are. And how do you get that to happen? Well, you gotta actually protract the shoulders. By protracting the shoulders, or basically just letting those shoulder blades round forward and really reaching those shoulder blades forward, you create a nice shelf. The other thing is, of course, some people complain that the neck feels really uncomfortable because of the bar. Part of it is you do have to get used to it, but the other thing is learning to pull that head back. So if you pull that head back, that's going to, again, it's just going to reduce that bar being so close to the neck. And if you have trouble doing that, likely you might have some head forward posture, so that's something to consider. But really, yeah, let's create that shelf the shoulders, pull that head back. And so I'm going to do that, shoulders forward, head back. I'm going to walk in, and now you can see like the bar rests really easily on the collarbones, and I can really just rest those cross those arms in front, and then that's that. If you have trouble still, it might mean you need to work on some mobility, flexibility. So often if your thoracic spine isn't able to extend, because you tend to be really stiff in the thoracic spine, then that's going to be tough. So some thoracic spine extension mobility is going to be really helpful. The other thing is, if the lats are tight, it's going to make it hard for you to keep the elbows high. So that's the other thing. Once you actually have that bar onto that nice shelf that you created, and you walk and you're ready to squat, once you actually descend, you got to keep those elbows out. Because if those elbows start to drop down, well, that's how the bar is going to feel like it's going to roll off your shoulders. And that's that. Give that a shot. So let's say you do have trouble keeping those elbows high in order to keep the bar from rolling off. Probably the easiest thing to try first while you're in the squat rack is to do a stretch for your lats. So you're going to take the bar with an underhand grip, and you can either lean back or pull your body weight down so that your arms are being pulled up or forward, and that's going to create a nice stretch in the lats. So with my squat rack, I can't actually lean back because these things are not very stable, but so I'm going to instead let my body weight drop down, and I'm going to basically lean to one side, so I'll feel a nice stretch on the right side, and then I'm going to lean to the other side to stretch the other lat, and basically just sort of oscillate between the two to make sure I get a nice stretch on each side. Do that for like perhaps 60 seconds or so, or about, works up to be about 30 seconds a side, and then try getting that barbell into position again to see if it's easier for you to keep those elbows up. If that doesn't work, there's some other things you can try, but that's a nice first step.